Hello everyone, it is Princess_Mini4 and welcome back to my channel. In today's video you are going to be seeing my before work routines for both of my shifts. So we have a 7:45 through 5 and we have our 11 through 8 p.m. shift. So you guys are going to see both of my before work routines on both of those days. If you guys are new here, please make sure you hit that notification bell and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a post. Okay, you guys, so on the days that I have to be at work at 7:45 a.m., I am trying to wake up at 5 a.m. because I just really like to have enough time to read my Bible and, not have to rush. So typically when I go to work at 7:45, I am rushing and I'm having to do all this stuff. So it's like, honestly, I just need to start going to bed earlier so I can get up at 5 a.m. and not feel so tired. But honestly, lately I've been getting up at like 5:15, 5:30 and just having to come home and read my Bible when I get home. Ziggy, good morning.
Thank you, Jesus, for another day. Today is Monday, July 28th. The time is 5:17 a.m.
So when my alarm wakes me up, the first thing I do is obviously shut my alarm off. Then I like to say my good morning prayers, just thanking the Lord for waking me up, and giving me strength to get through another day. Then I get up and I usually say good morning to my Alexa, and he turns on my lights for me. He tells me the weather. Well, the first thing he says is thank you, Jesus, for another day. He tells me the weather. He tells me what's on my to-do list, what's on my calendar. And he just said something fun for the day. So then I have to make my bed. You guys know I did my little room makeover, so I have my little futon. And making this little bed sometimes takes a little minute. So like sometimes it can take literally up to 10 minutes to make this little bed. But it's just like the sheets don't really fit it. I bought new sheets, but So here's my bed fully made. So after I change my calendars on my dresser and my bed is fully made, I walk out of my room and I usually grab my bra, my underwear, my socks, and then I put all of that in the living room. I grab my water bottle and I grab my pill case. Then I head into the bathroom and I use the bathroom. Obviously did not record that. Then I wash my hands, and then now I wear a night guard at night. So I just have to wash it. Like I rinse it out and then I also brush it because it just makes me feel like, I don't know, it's kind of disgusting to not do that. So I rinse it out at first and I kind of just sit it on the sink. Then here's me brushing my teeth. So after I brush my teeth and my tongue a few times, then I take my mouth guard and I brush out my mouth guard. Then I use my Grin tongue scraper and I just, scrape my tongue. And then I also use my TheraBreath mouthwash. And I know you're like, oh my gosh, Princess, why are you not flossing? Well, you guys have to stay tuned to my after work routine to see things that have been switched up. So while I am doing this, I listen to my Bible apps pretty much all morning. I try to be done them before I get out the shower. So my first one is the Holy Bible, or just the Bible by YouVersion. Then my second one is called Glorify. Then the third one is called Abide. So those are my 3 Bible apps that I listen to every single morning. And when it comes to the Bible app by YouVersion, I have my little plan, and I'm currently doing the 1-year chronological Bible plan. So the whole time I'm in the bathroom or just anything before I shower, like I said, this is what I'm listening to. And yeah. Okay, you guys, so since it is the summertime, I have swapped over my water bottles. So now I use my insulated water bottle because my water being, warm by 12 p.m. was just bothering me. So now I use my insulated one, and this one does not, it did come with some straws, but they weren't long enough. So it's like once you got to the end of the day, you still had a whole bunch of water you couldn't even get. So whenever I use this insulated water bottle, I pour it into another cup, which now I've been using my insulated like coffee cup. So now I just bring both of them to work with me, and I just pour my big Sharkeisha. Yes, this purple thing, my purple cup has a name, and its name is Sharkeisha, and I pour it into Sharkeisha Junior, which you guys will see in a few clips. It's a little insulated coffee thing, and it has a little straw, and I literally pour my water into there. But sometimes I also bring like my black milk tea to work with me, so I also use that. So those are the two things I bring to work with me literally every single day. But while I'm in the bathroom, after I'm fully done brushing my teeth, I need to drink some water. I just really need to, so that is what I'm doing here because I don't really need a straw. And then in this clip here, I am combing my hair. You guys know I have been growing out my hair pretty much. I think I got my last haircut maybe the beginning or the middle of January of this year. So this is how much my hair has grown since then. I do think I may or may not, because my grandmother is forcing me to get like a little shape up. But like I was telling her, if he cuts off too much, then I guess I'm gonna go right back to having no hair, because when I tell y'all that itchy phase I went through, I don't know if that's because of the stuff I was using, but I went through an itchy phase with this hair growing out, y'all, and it was horrible. But it takes a little while to brush through my hair or to comb through my hair, and I always do it. I never do it in the bathroom, y'all. But in this clip right here, I am taking my morning medicine. You guys have to watch one of my what I eat in a day to see what kind of medication I take. But yeah, you see how I'm pouring my big Sharkeisha into Sharkeisha Junior so I can have a straw, and I just need to take medicine with a straw. So now I am taking my morning meds before I go back into the bathroom to finish my routine. So now that my hair is all combed out, all the gnats are gone, and I have taken my morning pills, it is now time for me to go back into the bathroom and wash my hair. So I am still using the benzoyl peroxide on my face pretty much until I run out of it. Like, I have a dermatologist appointment in October, but personally I don't plan on using this forever. And I started using it for acne, and I go through phases where my face is really clear, and then I go through phases where my face is, like looking like a pepperoni pizza. So at the end of the day, I feel like it's nothing I can really do about it, so it is what it is. But the first thing I do is spray in the nasal spray. I use that literally every single day. That's why I get the one that says daily care. I just like my nose to be, I don't like to have my nose be all kind of stuffy, because even sometimes, I don't know what it is with me, but sometimes I wake up in the morning and my nose is just stuffy. So I just use it every single day. And then I sit here and I wash my face. I wet it first, and I put on the benzoyl peroxide, and I let it sit on there for about 20 seconds. Then I rinse it off. Then I grab my washcloth and just make sure I got it all off. And then I also use that same washcloth to go through my ears, because I produce a lot of earwax, y'all, like a lot. So yeah. And then after that, I blow my nose, and that is my whole washing my face routine. Alright, you guys, so here is the fun part of the video, y'all. This is where my morning routine starts to get a little hectic. So soon after I am done washing my face, it is immediately time for me to hop in this shower. And I take about a 10-15 minute shower. Then you get out, you gotta dry off and everything. I've been using my little things to try to get rid of all these scars I have. But then it's time for me to start multitasking because time is running out, y'all. Time is running out. So as soon as I hop out the shower, I'm drying off. Then I gotta start lotioning up, and I gotta start reading my morning devotionals and start reading my Bible. And certain days, like this day that I filmed this, I'm also eating. So I am doing 3 things at the same time. This is no slow morning routine whatsoever. This is so hectic. Like, I have to do all these things at the same time. It's really hard to focus on your Bible while you're eating and lotioning up, but I gotta do what I gotta do because time is running out. And next thing I know, it's time for me to prepare my lunch. My lunch is already made, but I gotta put it in my little lunch box. I gotta make sure my work bag is all packed up. I gotta get dressed. I gotta start my car, and I have to go. Like, it happens so fast, y'all. Like, I have no time really to even kind of like think, but I gotta get out that door by 7:15 at the latest. Love it.
For fun test?
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, you guys, so today's date is Monday, July 28th, and today I have the 7:45 through 5 p.m. shift, so that you guys already see me getting all ready. I am now at work. It is 7:27. That is not too bad. That morning traffic, y'all, is no joke. Absolutely no joke. But I had enough time to get my little coffee. So I did have a yogurt. That's because my yogurts were going bad. Of course, this is leaking. I just don't. Dunkin' gonna do it to me every time. And I don't know what it is with Dunkin's whipped cream and with their cold foam, but it dissolves so fast. But yeah, this is leaking everywhere. But this is what I got. I don't know if y'all can see it for real. But I got a medium iced latte with 3 brown sugar and 3 blueberry shot with milk and whipped cream. Yeah, so I'm gonna try it here before I head in, y'all. What was I gonna say? But yeah, as y'all can see, my morning routines on the days that I go in early, because tomorrow I go in from 8 to 4, but I think tomorrow will be the last time I go in from 8 to 4, because I think it's my last day of training. So yeah, but even when I go in at 8, y'all, my morning routines are still so hectic. It's crazy. It's not bad. It's not sweet much, but I'll take it. But one thing I do before work is I have my little glasses cleaner. But it's that time of year where we have the air on in our cars and it's humid outside. So as soon as I step outside, y'all, my glasses are literally gonna fog up. So I'm not even gonna do that. I'm literally not even going to clean my glasses until I get inside, so y'all won't see that. Then I put on my car mask when I get inside as well. Well, this isn't my car mask, this is Vaseline. Then when I also get in, I automatically have to clock in. Right now it's 7:30. I'm gonna start heading in like in the next 2 minutes because we have some old school computers in there and they don't always want to let you like log in. So then like last week or the week before, I couldn't clock in till after 9. Like I literally couldn't get into my computer, so I want to get in there early. So if I gotta call IT, I gotta call IT. At this point, me and IT are like this. Then I walk in there, I put my lunch in the refrigerator because this lunchbox that I have, y'all, it does not keep your lunch cold. Like the lunch box, it doesn't keep your lunch cold, even though it's supposed to. Because one day I came in there with, like, I don't remember, but I left it out because I was trying to test it, and yeah, it does not keep your lunch cold. So I still gotta put it in the refrigerator. Then I clean my glasses, put stuff on my lips, then I like unpack my little work bag. Then I use the bathroom, and then I usually clock in. Well, today I'll probably clock in first, and then by that time my first patient is probably already there. So if I don't have a first patient right away, depending on, because when we go in there, somebody assigns people to a doctor. So if that's the case and my first patient doesn't come till later, then I will you know, walk around, stock the rooms and all that stuff, and just make sure everything is good. And yeah, that is pretty much my before work routine on my days that I go in early. I will see you guys on Thursday when I go in at 11. All right, you guys, so it is now my next morning routine. This is the day that I go in at 11 a.m. So I'm able to sleep in a little bit. I was able to sleep until 7 a.m. So I got up, you know, said my morning prayer. I made my bed. You know, I said good morning to my Alexa. You know, they turned on the lights, told me everything that I needs to know. I changed my date so I have the correct date. And, you know, I prepared all my clothes, put everything in the living room just to make the morning transition smoothly. But guess what, y'all? I don't have to leave till about 10:15, so I don't have to rush. But it's still good to have things done in a timely manner, so my bed is probably a lot more neater because I really didn't have to rush. And then, you know, I was able to just kind of relax. So I go into the bathroom and I still, you know, my morning routine is pretty much the same. You know, this time I have a little bit of different toothpaste, but it's the same. So I brush my teeth, then I use my tongue scraper, then I use my TheraBreath mouthwash. Then it's time for me to head out there and take my pills. You know, I think I drink like 3 swigs of water in the bathroom. I know it's really specific, but this is what I do every morning, y'all. I drink 3 swigs of water in the bathroom. Then I go and I brush my hair. I don't know, I'm so used to saying brush, y'all. I don't have hair to brush anymore. I comb my hair. And then I always try to, you know, get all the excess hair off of me because we have white bathroom floors. So, you know, then I wash my hands off, and then I head into the kitchen and I take my pills for the morning. You know, it's the same thing, but it's just a lot less stressful because I don't have to leave in like an hour and a half. I have a lot more time, you know. So yeah, it's just really nice, y'all. And I'm still listening to my Bible apps. Like I said, I still have my 3 Bible apps I listen to every day. And one thing I did forget to mention earlier is that when I hop in the shower, I do listen to my worship music because I just really think it's important to have God get into your head before the world gets into your head. So this is just my little routine that I do literally every single morning, even when I don't have to work, y'all. I'm sure you guys have already noticed the difference in the two routines. So after washing my face and blowing my nose and all that stuff, I didn't immediately hop in the shower. Since I have more time and it's like my slow morning routine, I always go and I sit down and I read my Bibles first. So I read my New Morning Mercies devotional, then I pick up my 1-year Bible recap, and then I read my Bible. And all of this gets done before I shower. If I have to shower first, it's because I'm not going to have time. And I would rather shower first so then I can stop reading my Bible and leave versus stop having to read my Bible and not have enough time to shower. So here I am reading my Bibles. Then if I was going to have like breakfast to eat, I would have made me some, probably my black milk tea or my herbal teas, and I would have been sipping on that while I was doing this. But I was going out to get me something for breakfast, so that's why I didn't have that here. But I was able to just sit there and read my Bibles, my morning devotionals, and pray. I like to pray before I go into work, actually before I leave my house, before going to work every single day. And a lot of days I just don't have time. But on this day, I was just having so much time. I did not have to rush. I had so much time, I didn't know what to do with myself, y'all. And look at this, y'all. I am working out. I am working out before work. Like I told y'all, I had just too much time. I didn't know what to do with myself. So here I am doing my little 20-minute cardio workout. I know you're like, wait, didn't you used to do 30 minutes? I sure did. But I have stopped working out, y'all. Like I had my surgery in the beginning of June. Then I literally recovered and immediately started working. So I've just been trying to get used into like a routine and trying to work out again. So I said, I'm just going to do 20 minutes, especially since as a medical assistant, we are on our feet all day, running back and forth, pulling patients, running, getting vaccines, running and getting the doctor. So we get a lot of steps in. When I don't work out, y'all, I get like 7,000 steps in just from at work. So I'm like, I'm just going to do 20 minutes and I can make up the rest when I'm at work. So after I've taken my shower, it is now time for me to prepare my lunch and my work bag. And literally when I say prepare my lunch, I'm literally just putting everything into my lunchbox with my ice pack, closing it all up. And when it comes to preparing my work bag, it's literally me just putting my wallet in there and putting my jacket that I bring to work with me every day because they're trying to free us out of there. That's literally what I mean when I'm preparing it. And then in the next clip, here's me kind of like showing you my outfit of the day and also showing you how I take a picture. Now, y'all, I do not take a picture of myself every single day, but I like to take a picture whenever I wear like a new outfit. So these are all my new scrubs. So I always take 2 pictures. So I wore all gray this day. And that was me getting all ready. Literally after this clip, I had just literally walked out the door because I had already went to the bathroom and told my grandma goodbye. So I was walking out the door right after this clip. Y'all, I just wanted to show y'all this clip. Y'all, I have had my car Princess for 5 years, literally. Just found out like a month ago that I have cruise control on my car. I've been using it though, okay? I'm gonna make up the time.
Good morning and welcome to Starbucks. What can I get started for you?
Good morning. Can I get a venti iced chai latte with brown sugar cold foam?
Yep, I got you. That was a venti iced chai latte with brown sugar cold foam.
Yes.
Alrighty, anything else for you?
That's it.
Alrighty, 768 is going to be your total time. We'll see you at the window.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Oh. Hi, how are you?
768 is going to be your total today. There you go.
Thank
Wanna do
you.
a shot?
No, thank you.
Have an amazing day.
You too, thank you. All right, you guys. So I am at work again. Like sometimes I really sit back and say, I really have to do this for the rest of my life. Like I really sit back and say that. Who are you focusing on? But yeah, so it is 10:35 a.m. I'm mad early. I was like, why am I leaving my house at 10? But you know, you never know. You honestly never know what you're gonna get on the road. And I'm like, I only live 15 minutes away from my job, but you see what time I ended up getting here. Then I'm parked all the way down here because it's 11 o'clock. So now there's a whole bunch of patients in there and workers and stuff. Like I've never parked this far down. So yeah, but I had a lot more time today, which is really nice. I know it's like I probably could have slept in a little bit more, but getting up at 7 and having 3 hours so I have to leave is honestly the best thing I can do. You know, so I was able to just relax this morning. If I wasn't getting my chai tea, I would have definitely had my little black milk tea this morning because I just had so much time. I was able to work out and I could have did my 30-minute workout, but I only did 20 minutes today because I have to be at work all day and I get like 6,000 steps at work. So I'm like, I don't need to oh, look at these little birdies. Oh man, I didn't say nothing. Well, I said something to y'all, but not to them. And they ran, so okay. But the only thing I didn't do today, because today is Thursday, was read my book. But after I work out, I like to sit on the ground and kind of like relax for a little bit. So I did that today and I kind of just worked on my planner because today's the 31st. So I kind of finished off my planner. But typically I would, read my book. But like I said, today is Thursday, and I didn't make breakfast because I was getting my chai tea. But those are the two things you didn't see me do, but those are the things I would also do. So these are my 2 morning routines. One is really hectic and really kind of like not much time. Like some days, on the days I have to be in at 7:45, I don't even have time to read my Bible. But then you have this one, which is really nice because I have a lot more time to do a whole bunch more stuff. But this video is coming out in August, so well, today's pretty much it's the last day of July, so pretty much you guys need to subscribe so you can see my after work routines, because again, just like they're different in the morning, they're vastly different in the evening as well. Like for example, today I'm not getting home till probably about 8:30 ish versus getting home at 5:30. And like I said, it really kind of depends, if I have to go back to work the next day, so I have to make my lunch, like all of that, it's a lot to get used to. I like my job, I really do, but it's just a lot to get used to having, less time for yourself, less time for family, and more time for work. I'm about to put on my Carmex. Not much because I'm gonna be drinking my chai, but yeah, I'm just gonna put on a little bit because I look so real dry. And like I said about my glasses, I will clean these when I get in, and I'm actually gonna head in there early. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell to know when I post, and share this video with your friends. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys, love you.